What is up, Success Nation? It's your boy Maher Abiad here, back with you again for another incredible video. I'm super excited. This is our first live stream. How is everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. Big topic today. I wanted to go over a lot of crypto going on, crypto talk. Let's turn down the audio here so we don't get some feedback. Cryptocurrency is tanking right now. The markets are going down. Everyone is worried. I wanted to jump into a topic that is actually really scary. A lot of people are getting scammed. A lot of scams are going on right now in cryptocurrency. And I wanted to show you guys some of these incredible scams. So number one, you're made aware of them. And number two, you know what to look out for. And hopefully you do not get scammed, because we definitely don't want to lose our money at Smarter Personal Finance. I got a great presentation here for you. Let's go through this. So there's a lot of crypto articles that have been published recently. I want to go through a few of them. So hopefully at the end of this, crypto scammers can't fool you after this video. This is getting so big that a lot of big YouTubers are creating content around this, incredible content that you should check out. Jake Tran created a video recently. It's a Ponzi scheme, but with crypto, where there was a scam that scammed people for $3.6 billion. Check that out on Jake Tran's channel. Spencer Cornelia even came out with a video on Kim Kardashian is getting sued for promoting a crypto scam, a rug pull. He creates amazing content on this, and other celebrities as well, showing how even celebrities are getting duped into promoting these crypto scams on their Instagram channels, on their social media content. So just because a influencer is getting paid to show that, oh, I believe in this crypto project, is not necessarily true. It's at the end of the day, it's down to how much money are they getting paid. And Abiad, this one is absolutely an incredible video. Make $1 million meme coin in an hour. This video shows how it's so easy to go out and create a crypto coin. And he does such an amazing job. Check that out on Abiad's channel. So if we check out the FTC is showing us that there's a new, this article came out recently, January 10th, new crypto payment scam alert. I want to actually read this to you because this one's actually very, very interesting. There's a new spin on scammers asking people to pay with cryptocurrency. It involves an impersonator, a QR code, and a trip to a store. Now, listen, this one reads like a novel, okay? Directed by the scammer on the phone to send your money to them through a cryptocurrency ATM. So check this out. It works like this. Like I said, it does read like a story. Someone might call you pretending to be from the government, law enforcement, or a local utility company. Maybe a romantic interest you met online calls, or someone calls you and say you've won a lottery or a prize. They'll wind up asking you for money. Now, if you believe the story they tell you and you seem willing to engage, they'll stay on the phone with you and direct you to withdraw money from your bank, investment, and the scary one, in retirement accounts. This is where they really get older folks to really pull out their life savings. And this is the really frustrating and scary part. Now, then they'll tell you to go to a store with a cryptocurrency ATM, and they'll stay on the phone with you the whole time to obviously make sure you go through with this. Once you're there, they're going to direct you to insert your money into an ATM to buy cryptocurrency. Now, here's where the QR code comes in. They'll send you a QR code with the address embedded in it. Now, this address is for their crypto wallet. Now, this is decentralized finance. This is not like you can call Bank of America and say, I sent it to this account wrongfully. Once you send crypto to an address, there's no way of canceling the transaction, reversing the transaction, calling somebody to say, oh, I just sent Bitcoin, help me get it back. It doesn't exist like that in the crypto world. So this is where it's really, really scary. Once you buy the cryptocurrency, they'll have you scan the code so that the money gets transferred to them, but then your money is gone. And that's it. It's gone. And obviously, they put a little disclaimer here. Here's the main thing to know. Nobody from the government, law enforcement, utility company, or prize promoter will ever tell you to pay with cryptocurrency. If someone does, it's a scam every single time. So definitely, if you start seeing stuff like this come out, you definitely know now what to look for. There's an article on CBC talking about, this one was a crazy story when I first saw it. A Quebec woman loses thousands after clicking on a Facebook ad. So they're going to come and you're going to get exposure to this, not just by phone, by an email, even a Facebook ad. So check this out here. I want to read this to you. So she was working. She was laid off of her job for a little bit. So she was wanting to make some more money. So that's when an enticing ad popped up on Facebook offering her an investment opportunity. So Hoda clicked and entered her contact information. So this is a time where it's like, well, if you give us $100, we can 10x or 100x your investment. So this is a little bit of a different one where it's like, well, you didn't really win a prize. It's like, oh, why don't we help you to invest in cryptocurrency? And we're going to do it 100 times. And you put $100 in, you'll get 1,000 or 5,000 back. It's absolutely incredible. So a lot of these pyramid schemes. So she clicked on the ad and entered her details. But one particular offer that soon followed involved Bitcoin transaction, never produced any sort of return, and led to huge losses. Within 5 minutes, I started receiving calls from these different financial companies. They said legaltrader.com caught her attention. Representative promised her a return of up to 70% on her investment. And she thought, that sounds pretty good. Why not? The issue here is, for a lot of folks, they may not be educated in sort of how the industry works, how the market works. It's not so much even cryptocurrency. It could be stocks. It could be real estate. It could be many different types of investment classes. With this one in particular, because crypto is fairly new. We're talking back in 2009 when Bitcoin first came out. There's so many different projects that are coming out. It's really hard to know what's legit and what's not legit. And for a lot of folks, it is a lot to study and to research and to figure out what is real, what is not real, what each project is about. And it's just so much easier to find a system like this or someone like this where they're going to tell you, oh, you know what? Just give us a little bit of money and then we'll make it even bigger, because you don't have to do any work. You don't have to do any thinking. You don't have to do any research. And that's where the problem comes in. So she said, I thought, why not? Okay, I started with about $300 to open an account, but that small investment quickly snowballed into an avalanche. So Hoda says, smooth talking representative soon convinced her that she was getting big returns on her investment, telling her, hey, you should invest more money. Here's the problem. You haven't seen anything. They might send you fake reports. They might send you fake financial statements saying, wow, look, you just doubled your money in a week. Why don't you just put more money in and make it even better? So she sent more money. Then she was told she was losing funds and she needed to invest more money to get it back. Oh, sorry to say, the market has turned. Well, we can definitely help you out, but you're going to have to send us more money. And this is where it gets even worse. I took $15,000 from my credit line, she said. And we had some gold jewelry that my mother had for my marriage saved, and we ended up selling that and using that money and maxed out the credit cards. So now you're in a major situation where you're not just taking cash on hand, but you're liquidating other assets like jewelry, and you are maxing out credit cards, a liability. So you're increasing your liability threshold. While Legal Trader's website looks professional, searching for the company's name turns up plenty of websites and forums accusing it of being an illegitimate business that scams people out of their money. I got myself into debt, she said. Hoda spent more than $102,000 on investments and fees. When she tried to withdraw the funds, she was told the payments would come by Bitcoin transfers, but those transfers never came. So as you can see, there's many different forms to these crypto scams. They come in many different shapes and sizes, like I said. So um, here's another one, another article that was also on the CBC. This one talks about spoofing. This is where some folks in Manitoba, you can see here we got some Manitobans that lost $250 and realized that what's gone on at this point, all the way up to $600,000. So this is where these boiler rooms are targeting folks, not just obviously in Manitoba, but globally, where they're spoofing phone numbers, where it looks like it's a local number that's coming through. So you don't assume, oh, it's coming from a foreign country. It doesn't actually look like it's long distance. So it looks like it could be coming from your local area code, and which involves scammers using software to show a fake local number on their target's call display. So this is another issue. They are actually in a foreign country, overseas, but using this software, they're making it look like it's coming locally. So right off the bat, you're like, oh, what's a local call? What's the worst that can happen? So here's where it gets really scary. This was on NBC News. Crypto scammers took a record $14 billion in 2021. Now let's let that sink in for a little bit. $14 billion in 2021. This was absolutely incredible, and it's getting worse every single year. Crypto-related crime may be at an all-time high, but researchers note that the growth of legitimate cryptocurrency usage far outstrips the growth of criminal usage, which really highlights what we're trying to talk about here. Cryptocurrency is still used for a lot of good, a lot of great projects, a lot of legitimate financial transfers that are making it cheaper for companies to interact with each other, making it cheaper for you to send money overseas to loved ones. But at the same time, illegitimate scams are definitely going up. DeFi projects, 14 billion. Losses from crypto-related crime rose 79% from a year earlier. Scamming was the greatest form of cryptocurrency-based crime in 2021, followed by theft, most of which occurred through hacking of cryptocurrency business. The firm says that DeFi is a big part of the story for both, and yet another warning for those dabbling in the emerging segment of the crypto industry. So decentralized finance, like I said, you're not dealing with a central institution like a bank or the FTC, which is regulating different financial institutions. This is getting really, really scary as well. DeFi transaction volume grew 912% in 2021. Chain analysis stats show one problem with DeFi, according to Kim Grower, chain analysis head of research, is that many of the new protocols being launched have code vulnerabilities that hackers are able to exploit. 21% of all hacks in 2021 took advantage of these code exploits. So that's what we're talking about, DeFi. Oh, who is this? It's Ubi. Hey, Ubi, it's the YouTube algorithm. Listen, I'm here to promote and to show and to give you the best in personal finance to help make more money, to keep more money in your pocket, and to help grow your money through investments. And I would definitely really appreciate you subscribing to the channel right now if you haven't already done so, as it really helps to support the channel and it makes the YouTube algorithm very, very happy. Good to see you, Ubi. We'll catch you later. Now, here's another really incredible one. Instagram, every social media outlet is not immune to this. Instagram accounts created with stolen pics push fraudulent crypto schemes. So now here is an influencer named Jason Salman. If you type Jason Salman into Instagram's search engine, you will likely see many other accounts using his images under handles that are often some variation of his name. So these scammers are taking legitimate folks, real folks that are really just trying to help, by creating perhaps investment content on their social media channels, like this one is Instagram. taking their name, putting a little spin on, obviously they can't capture the same handle, and stealing all the pictures and then posting the pictures on here. This one's actually kind of funny. After Salman posted a photo with producers, so he was with producers taken at CNBC's first interview with him, scammers have reposted the pics and have been bold enough to tag the network staffers who were filming with Salman while covering the imposter story. So as you can see, this fake account is going, I had an amazing opportunity to be interviewed by CNBC this week. And folks are replying, hey, congrats, always winning. Now, what's the danger here is a lot of folks, and this happens on to a lot of YouTube influencers and investment channels on YouTube as well, is you'll have a lot of fake accounts created with a variation of the name, sending and posting to a WhatsApp phone number. Text this WhatsApp phone number for investment advice, and you'll get down through the rabbit hole of, hey, you know what? Send us money. We'll help you invest. And that's where the big problems with these ones are coming out from. ZDNet just recently, January 21st, actually, yesterday came out with an article called Amazon Fake Crypto Token Investment Scam Steals Bitcoin from Victims. So now what's happening is these scams, look at this. I'm actually going to maximize this a little bit so you can see the image in the bottom left corner of this one. You can see our friend Jeff Bezos. So cybersecurity firm at Akamai said that there's a new fraudulent campaign that leverages Amazon's name to promote a fraudulent Amazon creating its own digital token scheme. So they're trying to do another pump and dump, creating a new token, leveraging the Amazon name, and generating panic and encouraging victims to make rash decisions are common tactics. So this is where they go into social engineering, where they try to get you to rush into something before you even have time. You know, your heart and your mind are saying maybe a couple different things. Your mind is saying maybe I should do some more research. Your heart is saying maybe something else. Oh, this is too good to be true. I got to jump into it right away. In Amazon scheme, the fraudsters have imposed a time-sensitive lure to make individuals feel like they could be losing out on a lucrative investment opportunity. What better way to get people to give up their money than time-sensitive opportunities or quantity-sensitive opportunities? Oh, there's only 10 remaining, get in before they're sold out. Or in this one, we only have a few days or a few hours before this crypto scam. Well, they're not telling you it's a crypto scam, but we know that this campaign is being pushed on folks. The campaign began by publishing fake social media posts in groups that are interested in the cryptocurrency space. So they're going to go around targeting these forums, maybe on Reddit, maybe on other forums that are saying, hey, you love crypto? You're talking about crypto? Hey, we got this great opportunity. Have you seen this yet? If the users click on the post, they were directed to a fake CBC decoded news website that included an article on the soon-to-be-released Amazon crypto token. So they're, again, using popular names or big names or familiar names in the business world, CNBC. The cyber attackers gave visitors roughly 30 seconds to read the fake news release before they were automatically redirected to a domain that offered pre-sale tokens. The website in question was fully functional and required signing up, email account confirmation, and user profile creation. Now, this is, again, an issue where they can start stealing your name, your address, your phone number, and here's the scary one, your email. And now, if you're thinking you're on a certain page where it's maybe Amazon, and this is where a lot of spoofing happens, and it happened, many years back, started with PayPal, where you start putting your real password. Now they have your email and password, and they can start logging into accounts. And for a lot of people, they reuse their passwords on many different accounts. They might use it on a Gmail. They might use it on their Amazon. They might use it on their banking And that's where the problem is. You need to use different passwords on different sites, because if one gets compromised, you're not being taken down. And the one that really needs to be well protected is the email, because at the end of the day, email is the one that people can do password resets to. So this website included social engineering techniques that presented a fake progress bar indicating token we're about to sell out, adding pressure to the victims' purchasing decisions. Absolutely crazy. And the audacity of these folks. Look at this. If you ever see something that may be too good to be true, or you want more information, do a simple Google search. Here, I just Googled Amazon token. And right away, we have the articles, and you go to news, because on Google News, only legitimate, not anybody can go and get on the new Google News. These have to be vetted and legitimate news organizations that can be on Google News. So you know that if you see something on the news tab, okay, they are vetted already. And as you can see, it's already talking about the fake crypto token investment scam that's using the Amazon name. If you see legitimate news agencies talking about it from an actual legitimate way, an authoritative way, saying, hey, this company actually did this, then, and you see it on multiple news sources, the Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Business Insider, then you can get a better feel that, hey, you know what, maybe this is legitimate, because a lot of these news sources are talking about it in the sense of it is real. But in this case, when you do the Google search and you go to news, it's one after another, a fake news story, fake news story, fake news story. So you have to be very, very careful with this one as well. So report, again, 2.2 billion in cryptocurrency stolen from DeFi platforms in 2021. This is a little bit of a broken down number to that 14 billion number that we saw previously as well. So if we look here, digging deeper into the figures, Chainalysis researchers found that cyber criminals brought in 82% more in revenue from scamming last year, raking in $7.8 billion in cryptocurrency from victims. Within that $7.8 billion, Chainalysis discovered $2.8 billion that came from a scam they called rug pulls. Now, rug pulls, there was a lot of them in 2021. A big one, I didn't create a slide for that one, but really was massive, was the squid one, feeding off the popularity of the Netflix show Squid Game. That one was absolutely crazy. If you see the chart on that one, it was green candle after green candle after green candle, got pumped like crazy. And then all of a sudden, tanked to zero. In these scams, developers create seemingly legitimate cryptocurrency projects before stealing investor money and disappearing. They're going to get you in. They're going to say, this is great. They're going to use influencers to pump it up. And then what are they going to do? As soon as there's enough money that's bought in, they're going to sell out and leave everyone that thought this was a legitimate project with holding the bag. And there's no way to sell. There's no way to get out. There's no way to call somebody. With a lot of these projects, they put up a fake website. They'll steal content from other legitimate websites. And, you try to call them or whatever, and all of a sudden their website's down right after this rug pull happens. So this was another, I did a short on this one on the YouTube channel you can check out on how not to be taken advantage with rug pulls. So how do we protect ourselves from a lot of these crypto scams? A lot of them are going to go after the get rich quick. Hey, if you want to make money, this is the best and quickest way to get rich quick. Let me explain something, folks. At the end of the day, there is no such thing as get rich quick. Getting rich and getting wealthy is slow, steady, and staying the course. Continue investing, building up your assets, building up your income streams, cutting your expenses, putting your money in legitimate businesses that have a nice, steady growth curve over time. And this is where they get into the emotion of it. Desperation. Folks are desperate. We're in hard times right now. They're trying to take advantage of people and their desperate situations for money. They may be losing their job. They may be laid off. They may not have as much income to cover their expenses, and they're in a deficit. So people are desperate, and they see this, and it's like they know maybe they shouldn't do this, but they just go and do it, and it just, maybe they start off like we saw with that CBC article. You start off with $300 to open up an account, but then you're $102,000 in, and it's all gone. Now that you've seen some of these examples, the different types of ways, either you're going to get a call, you're going to see it on a influencer page, you're going to get an email, you're going to see a social media post. Now you're aware of these. Now be very careful when somebody says, I can take your money and I can make it 100x. Just run away, because that's not, that just doesn't happen. That just doesn't happen. And I don't want to see you losing your money that way. And at the end of the day, you have to do your research. There's the problem with getting investment advice is that when you take the advice, you don't know why you're buying. You're just buying because somebody told you. I don't want to give you advice on this channel and you not knowing why you're buying a specific stock, a specific cryptocurrency, why you're investing a certain way of doing real estate investing, buying bonds, getting into 401ks or RSPs or whatever the case may be. You need to know at the end of the day, you're responsible for your own money. You need to know where your money is at all times. You need to know what your money is doing, how it's working for you, what type of return it's giving you. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that's responsible for that money. I just did a post, a video a couple weeks back on one of the NBA players, how they had made $108 million in their career in the NBA. And then a couple years later, they had to declare bankruptcy when they retired from the NBA. And they're talking about how you have to be the CEO of your money. You have to be in control. You have to be in charge. You have to know what's going on. I have it on my wall right here. Number 1, 5 secret steps of becoming wealthy. And they're not so secret. They're very simple. Number 1, know your numbers. You got to know your numbers. And doing your research will give you that ability to see what's a scam and what's legitimate. Because it goes to the adage, you can teach somebody how to fish or you can give them a fish. And with a lot of these ways of just you hearing about maybe these crypto scams or could be related to stocks with companies as well, people are giving you the fish and you're not knowing why they're saying it might go up, if they give a prediction. So you need to learn, once you can learn how to fish, you can actually take that way of doing your research and apply it to any stock, any company. It's just a set of rules or a crypto project. And then that way you're not susceptible to these crypto scams. At the end of the day, crypto is still a great asset class. I believe in it. I feel that there's a lot of opportunity. Again, right now, if you see the news and the charts, things are going down right now, but there's always fluctuation, and even the stock market right now is seeing some corrections in the Nasdaq, pullback. Some big companies are getting hit. Just recently, Netflix lost shaved over $100 in after hours trading because of less than stellar subscriber growth. So, things can happen in the short term, but you're investing for the long term. Remember, Warren Buffett is Warren Buffett for a reason, because he knew that in the short term, you can't really predict or know where companies or crypto projects or anything or the markets in general are going to go, because at the end of the day, markets are based off of human emotion at that specific time. So is there pain in the market? Is there fear in the market? Is there FOMO in the market? Is there greed in the market? That can happen at different times, and that changes every second. But over the long term, if you're investing in quality companies, in the stock market, for example, or even in crypto, then there's a better chance. Again, nothing's guaranteed, nothing's for sure. But over a 5-10 year period, you may see that gradual increase. So I hope you got a ton of value out of today's video. I'm going to start putting more and pouring out more live streams for you, because I definitely want to get more smarter personal finance content out for you, because I want you to be able to get to a point where you're not struggling and working hard for your money, but your money is working for you. You're working smarter, not harder. And at the end of the day, that's what we want to do, because I want you to retire early, retire with as much money as possible so you can spend it doing the things you love, passion, and spending it with your loved ones and your family, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. So I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks so much for tuning in.